this video is an explanation on how to read your myitlab scores. So thus far you have completed 3 labs and those scores have now been recorded. When you open up this sheet, you simply click on your class time and it will show your scores for the first 3 labs. The first 3 columns here are your actual percentages in the lab. So 100% or 95%, 86%, and so on. What I did for your actual scores, your scores will be out of 15 points, is I rounded your scores up regardless of your score. So if this person got a 93 right here, that 93 was rounded up to a perfect score of 15 out of 15. So these next 3 columns represent your actual points for the lab out of 15. So if you look here, this person got a 65, but when it was rounded up, they actually got 11 out of 15 points. The last column over here is your combined score. So this person scored perfect on all 3 labs. They have 45 out of 45 for the word processing labs. If you go to the grade sheet and look now, you'll see a column for WP, and that's out of 45. That's a combination of all 3 of your word processing labs. There will be a column for your spreadsheet labs, your database labs, and your PowerPoint labs. I will also every time send out a breakdown of those scores in this form so you know exactly where that 45 or that 37 came from. So this person scored a 63, a 79, and an 89, and they have a 37 out of 45. Now this column right here is also factored into your grade. It's called the dropped lab column. So although this person scored 15s for all of their labs, one of the labs is going to be dropped. So right now they really have a score of 30 out of 30. At the end of the semester you will have 11 labs, and I will drop the lowest score for one of those labs. So if you go back to the grade sheet, this dropped lab score is also incorporated in here. And again, this person has a 30 out of 30 because they're dropping one of the labs. At the end of the semester, I will drop the lowest lab. If you miss a class, that will also serve as a dropped lab. If you miss 2 labs, one of those labs will be factored into your grades, okay? Also, now the drop quiz column is now here also. So out of the 2 quizzes that you've taken, one of them will be dropped. So in this case of this student, it was a good thing that 5 is dropped and the 25 is now the only quiz score counted. You will have 4 quizzes for the semester. I will drop the lowest quiz score. If you miss a quiz, it will serve as your drop quiz. If you miss 2 quizzes, the second quiz will be factored in. So just to reiterate, make sure you click on your class tab to see your particular grades, and everything else should be self-explanatory.